Hello and welcome to the first Club 100 race weekend of 2020. We're here at Buckmore Park for an hour-long race in these Rotax karts. We've just come out of a 25-minute qualifying and practice session. Now, if you're here for fast lines and top tips for being super fast in these karts, I'm afraid I can't give them to you because I'm not very fast in these karts or at this track. That's why I'm here in this race to kind of practice and get better. But what I can show you is a new mounting position for GoPros this year on the Club 100 karts. So if you see at the bottom of the screen, that's where the GoPro mount is stuck onto the nassau panel of the kart. And I quite like the view you get actually. So you can see braking and acceleration, you can see the front bumper, I think I just made a bit of contact there. You can see the wheels turning. So it's not the isolated view of the tarmac that I thought I might get. You can actually see the kart in relation to the road and other karts around you, which is great. I was a little bit worried when I first went out for practice because I could see the camera wobbling about. I don't know if it wobbles about on my helmet, but I can't see it, so I'm less worried about it. But that's because the camera I use is not actually a GoPro, it's an Insta360 360 degree camera, and it's kind of rectangular long ways or vertically. Which means it wobbles around a lot. I think GoPros are going to have much less of an issue because they're more squat, and especially if you use something like, I think it's the GoPro Session, which is the tiny cubey one, then you're going to have much less to worry about with the vibration and the wobbling. Don't know how the stabilisation is on that though. The advantage with my camera is that it's 360 degrees, so I get the rear view thing at the top, but also I just get a wider field of view. So you can see there's kind of a faint ring on the screen at the moment, and anything inside that ring is being taken by the front lens on the camera. That's why it's getting dirty and got water on it. And anything outside that ring is actually being taken by the rear view camera. So I get quite a bonus bit of field of view there. So I can see karts when they're overtaking me, etc. But yeah, my general thoughts on the new mounting position is that it's not that bad. As long as your camera stabilisation is good and you get the angle right, which is something you need to think about on a GoPro rather than a 360 degree camera, then you're going to get some quite nice video. The only thing to be wary of, and this is actually quite an important point actually, is that my camera during this race actually popped out of the mount on the front of the kart, and it's only because I tethered it to the go-kart that it wasn't flung off somewhere in a corner. And I was quite surprised that the camera popped out of the mount. I've never ever seen anything like that before. But essentially I went over a curb. I think it's probably going to be about 13 minutes into this video, 13 and a half minutes. And the vibration or the shock of the kart bouncing over that curb popped the camera from out of the mount. So 2 tips really. First is make sure you use that tether, because it might pop out of the socket. And I think the other thing is think about which way you're mounting your camera to the socket. Are you going in over the top, or are you putting it in the other way around, so to speak? Because from first-hand experience it can pop out. But other than that, pretty happy. I'll shut up now in case you do want to watch this footage. And hopefully going to be taking some future videos with the Club 100 karts later this year. Cool.